Today I want to talk to you about believing in yourself when no one else believes in you. And I've been reviewing the videos that I've put out for the past 2 or 3 days, and I realized that I haven't told you a good story in a while. So let me use a story to deliver this message. Back in 1998, I started doing poetry. I would go to the poetry club, spoken word, that's what it's called, the spoken word cafe, and I would perform. And I was introduced to this idea of slamming. Slamming is when you compete against 5 other poets. You have 3 minutes on stage, and you would compete, and from there you could move on to different, you would grow in rank and stature in the poetry world, in the spoken word arena. So when I got on the scene, someone introduced me to the New Yorican. The New Yorican Poetry Cafe is a cafe in New York. It's like the Apollo of poetry. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, but it's very difficult to win. The average Grand Slam champion competes for about 2 years or 3 years. I've known people who've competed for 5 years and never won the Grand Slam championship. So it's not the easiest thing to do. So when I got involved, the person in Jersey who introduced me to, in New Jersey that is, who introduced me to the spoken word arena, said you should compete at the New Yorican. So I'm like, okay, no problem, I'll compete. So when I got there, there was this girl, young woman by the name of Stacey Ann Chin, Jamaican. And Stacey Ann Chin is absolutely dangerous on the mic. When I heard her, the first time I heard her poetry, I was like, I couldn't believe she was just, first of all, her Jamaican accent was off the hook. The way she ripped her words and her passion and her aggression on stage. I love Stacey. So I have no idea who she was. I just knew that this girl is very good. I heard her, and now I'm here and I'm competing. And when I got off the mic, I barely won. I think I won by 0.2 of a point. And I'm feeling very good. It's my first slam and I won. And Stacey Ann Chin walked over to me and she said, "You're supposed to be Jamaican and this is what you're talking about. This is a foolishness you're right about. You disgust me. Get off my sight." I was like, what? And I said to my boy, "Yo, who's that?" He said, "That's Stacey Ann Chin." So I had no idea who this Stacey Ann Chin was. I went over and I tapped her on the shoulder. I was like, "Look, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to see you again." Because the ego is very much involved. And who's this Stacey Ann Chin to be dissing me? So Stacey Ann Chin was so known that whenever Stacey Ann Chin came to the mic, when they said, "Come to the mic, Stacey Ann Chin got a standing ovation. She was that good. I wasn't known. So I kept writing and I kept performing and I kept getting better. So I made it to the semifinals within a matter of months. And by another few months, I'm in the finals. So I'm going to be competing against Stacey Ann Chin and this other brother named Talam AC. Talam, very good, very well respected. I was the underdog. No one expected anything great of me. No one believed in me. And when we got to the finals, Stacey Ann Chin said to me, "Kirk Nugent, I hear your pen getting hot as hell." I was like, whatever. So we got to the finals and New Yorican is packed. It's completely crowded. And the crew from Jersey came over and Talam came from Jersey as well. We came from the same poetry club. But just about everybody in the poetry club believed that Talam is the person to beat. It's either Talam or Stacey Ann Chin. And they were making a big deal about Talam, and Stacey Ann Chin. No one even saw me as a threat. But I was very confident in myself. So I'm driving over that night to perform, to enter in the competition, to do the finals. And I had 2 people in the car. And I said to one of them, "When I win tonight, it's going to change my life forever." And she said to me, "You mean if you win?" And I pulled the car over, put it in park, and I said, "When I win." Got back, started driving, and I got there. They're announcing the contestant. We went on stage and we had to pick our numbers in what order we're going to perform. And it was 5 of us competing, and when I picked my number, I was number 5. And my spirit said to me, the first 5 is the last, because it's 5 of us competing. And my spirit immediately said to me, the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. And they announced Stacey Ann Chin coming to the stage, and Stacey Ann Chin came to the stage, and just when they said Stacey Ann Chin come to the stage, she got a standing ovation. And she went the first round. We had 3 rounds. The first round, Stacey Ann Chin is leading until they call number 5, Kirk Nugent. She got the highest you can get in a poetry slam is a 30, and she got like a 29.6. So I only have 0.4 of a point in order to make some room to lead. And I went up there, did my poetry, and got 29.9. So all of a sudden, she is turning around and looking like She's never lost a slam and she's never lost a round. So who is this Kirk Nugent guy? Second round I came back, won the round. By the third round, I was leading by so much because the most you could get is a 30. And by the third round, you needed at least a 31 to catch me. So I already won the round. I already won the entire competition before the third round ended. The point is, no one, absolutely no one believed in me. I had to believe in myself. And after, again, everybody loves a success. Because after I won, everybody came around, oh my God, you know, I knew you could do it. But no, you didn't. You didn't believe. I could tell by your attitude. Now you just want to come around and be a part of the fanfare. As a matter of fact, Stacy and Chin was so confident that her bio read 1999 Eureka Grand Slam champion. She was sending that bio out. And when I won, she had to change it because she knew there was nobody there to beat her. But I was very confident in the fact that it doesn't matter who they're making noise over and what's going on. I know when I show up, things change. So it didn't really matter the talent, it didn't really matter the popularity, it didn't matter the fanfare. I just knew that I had the ability to change something when I show up because I believe that deeply. And that is where you have to get. You have to believe in yourself when no one else believes in you. Because if you believe in yourself and you believe in yourself very strongly, it will come a point where the world will have no other choice but to believe in you. Everything I ever accomplished, someone was always there to tell me that can't be done. You can't do that. That's not possible. But I never listened to that. I always listened to that voice in my heart that says, Kirk, I brought you here for something more. There's something more for you, but you have to believe it. You have to go out. You have to step out your comfort zone. So just from that belief system, I have used that to fuel my life, to fuel my career, to fuel everything that I'm doing. I step into areas where I'm not supposed to win. But with the confidence that I walk in, things change. And there's no difference between you and me. Whatever I do, you can do. It's just a matter of developing that belief system. Start talking to yourself. Start reinforcing the ideas that you're greater. We talk about the mind. We've been talking about the mind for the past 45 days. So start reinforcing those ideas. Watch your self-talk. Watch the ideas that you're putting into your mind because they are going to eventually manifest. I told you about your words that you want to make sure that your word, as they say in the hood, your word is your bond. You want to make sure if you speak it, it manifests. So start speaking with that type of confidence and you'll see your life begin to transform. We'll talk more tomorrow.